The ocean's deep blue. And there is my little Lyran co-host here, Mr. Cowboy, who's been sacked out in front of the fan all day. Hope I'm getting him there. Anyway, folks. Oh my God, it's freaking July. How the heck did that happen? Letting the days go by and the water holding up. Hey, it happened. It happened. The time went by, and here we are in July. Another anniversary of our nation's birthday. And I gotta say, we're a lot better off than last July in a lot of ways. And in other ways, it has gotten very, very much weirder. But you know what they say? Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stranger. And that's been happening, actually. Okay, I haven't been getting very much rest. I don't expect I'm looking that great right now. But there's been a lot going on, folks. A lot. It's been very It's been a time of many questions and many, whoops, let me see if I can get this up on its holder without too much trouble. No, there's going to be some trouble. Okay. Hello, folks. Yeah. Well, let's just say this is the ocean's deep woo, and we talk about woo here. We talk about deep things. We talk about spiritual things. I'm a shamanic practitioner, clairvoyant and remote viewer, and I do all kinds of things. Okay, and so, we're going to talk about some really weird stuff. And if you're not into it, I understand. You might want to keep scrolling. But on the other hand, if you like that kind of thing, you're in the right place. Hi, Monica. How you doing? Hello, Dolly. Bleh. 4 minutes to 61. What, your birthday? Are you going to be 61, Dolly? Well, hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. We've got to, we're going to have to sing you happy birthday when more people get here. Random kid. If you say so. Random kid. Okay, so, yeah, happy birthday, Dolly. 61 is a milestone. Of course, at our age, all of them are milestones, right? Oh. Oh, no, I don't. Well, it's been a very weird since I last talked to you guys. As you know, last time I did some channeling on what July was going to be like. And that was really interesting because there was stuff in there when I didn't rewatch the whole thing, but there was stuff in there that surprised me. So, God loves you. Oh, well, good, thanks. Yeah, I know. I'm quite sure. How's your day going? My day is absolutely gorgeous. That's absolutely wonderful. I'm groovy as all get out, and I'm actually 67. I know, I don't look it. I never will. I will never look my age. I never will. I never have, and I never will. I'm sorry, Penny. I don't no speak. What kind of animal? All all kinds of animals, but mostly my kitty cat, who is right here. I showed him just a few minutes ago. My little kitty kitty. He's a little black and white Manxy cow spotted cat. Manxes have no tails or very short tails like a bobcat. They come from the Isle of Man, and they have this crazy double coat, which makes it really, really hard for him to deal with summertime, but he's getting by. Right, aren't you, baby? So he's right beside me here, and this is where he likes to be. Hi, Woo Riders. How you doing, honey? Oh, my night's groovy. How's yours? So here comes July. I told you it was going to be a banger, right? Literally. It's going to be a banger. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's adorable. Hang on. See if I can get him. See if I can get him in there. There. Mr. Wonderful right here. His name is Cowboy. He's Cowboy the Manx. Cowboy, what do you say to your adoring fans? He loves belly rubs and purring and eating, and he's a great cat. He's an older guy. He's great. Oh, you got an hour to go. Well, I hope you're going to last that long, aren't you, Dolly? You better, at least, like, way more, longer than that, I hope. Oh, thank you. He is a baby. He is a very good cat. So, I was talking about July and what I see for July, and July is going to be wild. I was saying there are going to be lots of drops. And because I was seeing in my mind's eye, as we do when we're seers, I was seeing a lot of things dropping. And I think that's going to be facts. That's going to be veils. Veils are going to drop. Masks are going to drop. A lot of things are going to be dropping. People are going to drop. I'm sorry to say. There are going to be some people dropping. And I think physically, we are going to see some very strange things falling out of the sky. That seems to be... Oh, Monica Soto. Yeah, I can say it. Hi. Anyway, seems like we're going to have things falling out of the sky too. And this ought to be interesting. I don't know exactly what that means, but... Oh, your name is Gisela? Is that how you say it, Gisela? Why are you going by Monica Soto then? Because that's what it says there. You're in Monica's account. So anyway, and if you shouldn't be in Monica's account, then you need to switch accounts. So, Dolly, you still there? Woo, are you still there? Don't go nowhere. I may need you. Anyway, we're going to have some drops. And that was really the very, very first thing I saw. Your flame is, your name is Giselle. Okay. Oh, your mom. Mom. Your name is Giselle and your mom is Monica. Okay. So, what exactly is going to be dropping from the sky? Maybe some debris. I also saw some things, I see some things rising. This is going to be interesting. There are going to be some things rising from the sea, from the water, from the lakes. I really think there's going to be some action in the Great Lakes area. And as some of you know, we have the Great Lakes Triangle up there that is very much like the Bermuda Triangle. Stuff goes missing. And it's an area that a lot of people avoid for various reasons, but mostly because things go missing up there. So, one of the strangest places is Lake Michigan. Apparently, this has already started. There are huge, perfectly round sinkholes appearing in Michigan, in Lake Michigan. And they look very much like a grid. And they're huge. And I don't think they've come up with a really good explanation for them yet. So, what exactly is going on in Michigan? I don't know. But I know that Michigan is rather active spiritually. There was actually a platform out there that the Native Americans used to use for ceremony. But the settlers, the lore is, the settlers tried to have a square dance on it, and it sunk. It's also where one of the people I know met the spirit of Chief Tatanka. So, a good excuse for what? Oh, a good excuse for why they're there. I don't know that they've come up with a really good reason why those holes are there. But I know that Lake Michigan is a very weird place, okay? The Great Lakes are weird. They always have been. There have been legends about, I'm telling you, I'm from Ohio. We touch the Great Lake. The Great Lakes are like right north, right? We are the North Coast. We're on the north, what we call the North Coast. Okay? And the Great Lakes have always been weird. There is one of the lakes, after all, named Erie. Why do you think it's named that? Lake Erie's eaten people, eaten ships and stuff. I mean, all of those lakes have. Yeah, they don't usually explain very much. Oh, hi. White Rock. Oh, hi, Jim, and I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, White Rock is in Lake Huron. Okay. I got that screwed up. Well, anyway, the Great Lakes are going to be coming up again as being very important. There's going to be phenomena, I think, over the Great Lakes, as there are going to be many bodies of water. Thanks for putting a finer point on that, Gemini. Uh, we gotta get the facts out. Okay, I thought when you were telling me that, you were telling me about. Okay. Anyway, I listened, right? So, as well as I could. Um, so anyway, we've got working hard, working for a living. Uh, well, well, that's good. I'm glad I haven't heard from you in a dog's age. Um, but it looks like we're going to have things coming up from the water, things coming down from the sky. It's going to be crazy. It is going to be freaking crazy. And we're going to continue to have, I told you we probably got a little bit of drama left with Iran. It's not going to come to what they're trying to get it to come to. I don't think we're going to come to, WAR, but not us. I think, Trump is trying to keep us as far away from that as possible. But, yeah, the Great Lakes are wild. The lore of the Great Lakes, if you ever look into the lore, Great Lakes are a wild, wild place, and we're right on the edge of it. And Ohio is a wild, wild place. I mean, we've got phenomena like out the wazoo everywhere around here. Although most people just kind of take it as being normal, That most people don't even, because you weren't allowed to talk about it for so long. Most people just they don't even talk about it. Most of them, they just try to ignore it. But more and more people are starting to actually discuss this stuff. So it's interesting. I think it's going to play a big part in what's to come. Whether it's all going to fit into July, I don't know. But remember, I keep seeing it's like something we see. It was around, I had this dream a long time ago. Something was going to happen and there were fireworks. It was something important, and it had to do with finding out that everything was just a display. So, I think we're going to get some, and now I'm seeing masks falling off. We're going to get some truth. We're going to get some heavy-duty truth drops. Okay? We're going to get, what else did I see? Well, I saw a bunch of stuff. More and more mainstream news is going to be trusted less and less. More and more corruption's going to be outed. There are a lot of distractions. I have a feeling we're being distracted from something that because there's so many distractions right now. It must be something pretty big. Because, we got the Diddy trial going on, and we got the Iran thing that just won't be trying to get that to put it to bed, but it just won't go to bed, poor thing. I hope that everything is good with Trump's health, because there's some people saying that they see him having health issues. And actually, as stressful as things have been, he's been under tremendous stress. I don't know how the hell he has been taking it. Like I said, some of what we're seeing has got to be doubles, because there is no way a man his age is going to be all over the place like he is. How you doing, Mr. Mission? Mr. Mission Control. Yeah, lots of distractions going on. So I think it's going to be even more. It's going to be wild as hell. And just every time you look around, and you know what? And it's funny because I've noticed this too. It's like all of the alternative newscasters, right? News channels are saying, I can't keep up with it. I can't keep up with it. Every time I'll do an interview and it'll be stale before I can even get it out. It'll be different. The news will completely shift within a couple of hours sometimes. You're going through the day. At 10 o'clock, it was one way. At 2 o'clock, it's something different. At 6 o'clock, it's yet again something changed. And so it's going to continue that way. Things are going to be a lot faster now. So things are going to be shifting fast. And we better just be ready for it, because it's not going to stop. It might slow down a little here and there, but it isn't going to stop. So just better be ready for that. Now, the other thing is, I have told you about this other place I was remote viewing that came out of a lucid dream. And I know I'm doing all kinds of things in my sleep. I became lucid in one of my dreams, and instead of going down a road I didn't want to go down, I remembered I could fly, and I rose up above it. And below me, I saw the gray clouds, these gray clouds kind of sticking low, sticking to everything down there. And then up there, the sky was white, and there was just this sort of vague golden yellow glow in ahead of me. And so I started flying around up there. So I told you about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Trump thrives off of yeah, I know, he kind of eats all this stuff that's going on for dinner, and for the most part. Helpo. Mucho helpo. Are you calling for help or saying hi? No. Anyway, texting. Oh, well, that's nice. Okay. Hi, Lee. Lake Superior, Lake Huron, all of them. I guess Lake Michigan is where these holes are coming up, going down. Actually, they're huge, perfectly round sinkholes in a grid pattern. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's not surprising. And I forget how many they said there were, but it looked like there were a few. So, like there were at least 6 or 9 or something that they were showing, but who knows? It's some we're not going to hear probably on the regular news. So chances are most of the stuff that's important you won't hear on the regular news anymore. And that is why what I said about the mainstream news going down, they're going down, huh? It won't be very much longer that most of the news channels will even be around, because they're losing people almost as fast as the Democratic Party is. And And by the way, the Democratic Party is going down hard. It really is. So, I mean, people are leaving in droves because you can't get behind what most of their rhetoric is about. I mean, if you're rational and sane, you cannot get behind some of the crazy crap that's going on with them. So, I mean, a lot of people are leaving. So, uh, there are going to be some things that are leaving us. I can see your text. Kind of confusing, but I know I can see it. Hey, Elderberry, what's up? Don't allow them in the Republican Party either. I'm not a Republican myself. I'm independent. I will vote for whoever I think is the best one. I don't care. I don't want anybody telling me who that is. But honestly, the big channels they're getting hit hard because they're just too unwieldy to really, and not just unwieldy, but we already know we can't get the news from them. Many of us are realizing that the mainstream news isn't going to give us any of the real news. There ain't none of the real news there. So most people are just kind of straying away from that and going to their favorite alternative news sources, which I have a few, of course. I mean, and some of that, the people like Joe Rogan, people like Russell Brand, people like, what's his name, Gardner. I can't think of his first name. There's one Gardner, there's one called Professor Nez. They're always a lot faster on the draw because they're smaller. They're a one-man show and they can get the news out. And then there's Trish Riggin, and then there's all these people that can get the news out and get it out faster and get it out with having to strain it through some higher ups that got some agenda or have been paid off by somebody, right? So, okay, don't worry about it, Monica. I mean, Giselle. So, don't worry about it. It's okay. So basically, that's going to continue. There's going to be more of the little smaller channels are going to become bigger channels, and more of the mainstream news is going to lose. They're going to lose out because they just can't compete. So, and people don't trust them anymore. More and more people do not trust the news. And we already know fact checking is bullshit, right? The fact checkers are usually lying at these bigger places. So it's like we don't trust it. We just don't trust it anymore. And they're putting themselves out of a job. That's the way it's going to be. And now that the restraints are off, people on The View are getting ousted. People on The View are getting sued like they should have been all the way along, right? The only problem is, hi, Lewis, how you doing? The only problem is we're not seeing enough arrests, we're not seeing enough prosecutions, and we haven't seen anybody actually go to jail yet. And I know we're all waiting to see some people actually pay the price. I think we're going to start to see some of that finally in July. 2C Persian Broadcasting. Oh, cool. Cool, Lee. Or get our money back, yeah. We need to see arrests. We've seen them. We are starting to see arrests. We need to see trials. We're starting to see trials. But now we need to see some sentences and we need to see some people going bye-bye. We need to see people getting fitted for new orange jumpsuits, okay? We need to see it. Don't deny us that, okay? Oh yeah, Alligator Alcatraz is really freaking them out. Um, mm, so I'm sitting here going, okay, I can't wait to see what's up next, right? This is just entertaining. I got my own stuff going on here though. I got my own stuff. Um, like I said, I part of me is flying around up in some other place in the dream time. Shamanically, we call that the dream time, that place between waking and sleeping. So I'm flying around up there in the dream time, and I told you I found these towers that are very weird looking. Well, I gotta tell you, between you and me, I hope I did the right thing because I'm looking around and I'm going, I feel like I need to turn them off. But am I doing the right thing? I feel like I need to turn these towers off. I feel like they're malfunctioning or something. I feel like this gray cloud cover is not good. So whatever those represent or whatever they mean, right? I don't know what they, but I'm there going, okay, let's find out how many of these. There were, at first, there was one, and then there was 6 more that were a little bit closer together, and they were all lined up. And I turned off the first one. I didn't want to turn them all off at once because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But I turned off the first one that I was at there. And the clouds started to dissipate. And that was interesting. They started to thin. And I'm thinking, is this part of the veil? Or are they somehow maybe servers that are showing us something that's not, so the sky was just really, really bright and it was white and then there was this yellow stuff in the front of me. I headed that way to see what was up there, and that's when I found 6 more towers in a row. And eventually I was not getting any answer. What do I do? Am I supposed to do something with these? Well, I figure if I'm there and I'm seeing it and I'm getting a feeling, yeah, that must be the instruction. Well, the feeling I'm getting, see, I'm getting warmth. I'm getting warmth right now. I feel this feeling of warmth. So something's around right now. Somebody is here. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll turn off another one and see what happens. So I turned off another one and it got a little bit clearer down there, and I'm there going, oh, this does have something to do with those gray clouds that are covering everything. What if they are malfunctioning? What if at one point they had some kind of thing that they did, or are they there malevolently, or are they just not functioning right? I don't know. Turn them off, see what happens. So I went to the other ones, and after a while, and this was over the course of several days because I was very cautious. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't effing something up, So, oh, good night, Mission Control. So anyway, I turned off the others, but there was one that had what looked like a plasma ball around it, and I'm not sure what was going on with that one. And I turned it off briefly, but I turned it back on because then the sky went from white to dark, but then there were all kinds of other things in the sky. I could see things that looked like stars, but all kinds of shapes in the sky. It was very weird. I mean, I'm going to give you some details. If you've got any idea, have you heard any lore about this? About these towers up above and these clouds? I mean, has anybody heard anything like that? Hi. Yeah, John, I was going to ask you. I need some remote viewing help. What the heck is going on with these towers? Now, the ones that I shut off, and I kept shut off, they're gone. They've disappeared. And the clouds are clearing up. Wherever this is. When I asked Deb to take a look into this, she said it has something to do with one of my past lives. So at present, though, there was a whole nother thing about this. It's like the glow in the front kind of went away, but then there was one in the back, and so I went back that way and found out that yeah, there's light still coming from back there somewhere. So I think maybe it's just some kind of cycle. I don't think I, but necessarily, but then the sky got all these different colors in it. So it had a lot more color instead of just plain blank white. I don't know what this did. I don't know where I was. I don't know what I'm doing. It just seemed like the right thing to do. I'll get more detailed with it at some point. But, I'll try and like make it into a separate story, but it's freaking weird. So I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing something. And it had something to do with maybe something in the astral plane. Oh, aloha, Hook. How you doing? Good to see you too, sister. So then the next thing I'm hearing is today, Mr. BBB is 333 is talking about these people talking about how the sun is pulsing. And I'm like, sure, why not? Why not? And the sun is pulsing as well. Sure. Yeah. You got it on a pic? Oh, cool. Okay. Oh my goodness. There we go. Well, what did I do? I did something. I don't know what I did. But when I saw Othello and Sophia again, I saw them again. And I said, I just did something. Did I do okay? Did I do the right thing? And they said, you did fine. I said, okay, but I don't know what I did. They said, you will eventually. What did I do? Can somebody tell me what I did? What was I doing? This is what I'm telling you. It's like there's stuff that we do. We just know we're supposed to do it, and we just do it. We don't know how we're doing it. We don't. even sometimes know exactly what we're doing, right? But we're doing this work. And it's so weird. It's like, why can't we even know what we're doing for sure? Maybe it would change something if we knew. I don't know. Can somebody explain this to me? But some things, I guess, are just inexplainable, unexplainable. Just have to be lived through. And now it's surprisingly cool in Florida. Well, good for you for this time of year. Good for you. Pam, I am is in. Hi, honey. I haven't seen you in a while either. Okay. The harvest has come for all humanity. The harvest. I've heard about the harvest. That'd be interesting to see what that really turns out to be. I don't think it's going to be anything like we've been told, because when have we ever been told the truth about anything ever? I mean, and usually it happens differently than what we've been told anyway, but right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So whatever, we're seeing it. Don't forget that it is said that Enlil called humans the beasts. And lore says actually 666 is the number of man, not the number of Satan. So what does that mean? Hmm. Hmm. I think things are a lot different than what they've been presented. They always have been. I have questioned, as you know, I have said it before, I have questioned everything. Since when I was little, I learned to read early. One of the books that was around our house was the Bible. I read the Bible before they had a chance to indoctrinate me. I was reading a whole different book than what they were telling me was in there. I already had some opinions about what was in there. And when they started preaching to me, I started saying, that's not what it says in there. You know, they talk about giants. They talk about the Anakim. Oh, yeah, we know them as the Anunnaki. But they're the Anakim. They're right in the Bible. They're mentioned. Some of these beings, well, Samaria, giants, and we hear about giants. They talk about giants. So, and we're beginning to get to the point now where we're beginning to find ruins, and we know that we are not the most modern civilization that ever was. In fact, we're not up to the level of what's called the Tartarians. Yeah, people have been seeing the giants. They've been seeing them and getting videos, though nobody believes them. Hello. Hello, Pam. What's up? So, into the pit, the flight of Icarus, are you trying to say? Hey, the Countess is here. She's a Countess with the 1, 2, 3, and we just know her as Chloe. Yeah, they're here, D people. Yeah, oh, they're absolutely here, and they've been here. Massive shock wave in the Gulf. I think I've heard about that too. I can't go there right now, but yeah, I think I heard about that. Um, yeah, having to wear a doily on your head. I remember that. Yeah. Everybody had this doily when you're Catholic. We didn't have that in the Protestant. I was raised Protestant, and actually, yes, Mr. Cowboy Cake. Hang on, I gotta show Chloe Mr. Cowboy. He's sacked out over there, just kind of relaxing, enjoying the soft bedding and the fan, and purring his head off, as he usually is. He's one of the happiest cats that ever was. He purrs most of his time. You don't have to do much to get him to purr. All you have to do is just touch him, just pet him a little bit, and he's like, oh, yes, purr, 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 purr. I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy kitty. Yes. Such a happy little kitty. Now look, both of his spots look like triangles now. Tonight. Do you have TR3Bs on your back? Okay. The triangle craft. Okay, that's Mr. Kitty Cake. So, you know, we're going to have more stuff like that happening. Yeah. There's going to be all kinds of shakeups, every kind of shakeups. Like I said, things dropping, things shaking, things also coming up, rising. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to look very chaotic. Remember, stay in the light, keep your vibration, your frequency up, and you should be fine. Stay aware of your surroundings. Try and keep apprised of what's coming. If you're near a coastline, get ready. I think there's going to be some stuff. Yeah, if you're in an earthquake zone, get ready. There's going to be a lot of those. There's going to be things popping off. There's going to be probably storms of all kinds. You know, I mean, we're probably going to have the works thrown at us the rest of this year, maybe even. But whatever is a facade that's going to show itself as a facade is going to be interesting. And supposedly it's around a time when fireworks are going. So we'll see what that means. That just, I do want you to, it would be great if, my advice is to stay really positive about all these events, because we can mitigate everything. So far, we have dodged many, many bullets. Okay? We have dodged some freaking bombs, in fact. So we have dodged some of the worst things that could happen already. And it's because of the work of many, many light workers and energy workers. Don't be surprised if things kind of get yanked out from under you. If people leave your life and things leave, things just leave. I see a lot of things just leaving, just disappearing, just they're gone, they're over, it's done. And many new things coming in to fill the gap. And I think really some old standby things that we've come to rely on, like I said, maybe some of the mainstream news, maybe some of the institutions that we're used to, maybe some of the chains. I know that a lot of chain stores are giving up. They're going out. So the landscape is going to look really different pretty soon. We also know that as we deport, now this is the great thing, as we deport, and this is from the time that Trump got in, Murder rate has fallen in major cities. It's fallen like a rock. In Cleveland, just up the road from me, it's 30 some odd percent down. And there was one place that it was listed that it was like 67% down. So we're going to see things change. And yet they were trying to scare us about, oh no, who's going to pick our food? You know, they'd appoint people, who's going to pick the food? Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? The shelves are not empty. Walmart's like, oh, the shelves are going to be empty. It's like, the shelves are not empty. The shelves were not empty in June. They're not going to be empty because the illegals are missing, okay? Somebody tried to tell me that I was going to lose my helper. I was like, no, they don't hire. They vet people very carefully before they hire them to work with people who are elderly or sick or whatever, disabled or whatever. They do not just put anybody on that job, okay? They check them out first. An illegal alien would never get that job, okay? So, no. Mm-hmm. Okay. What's unreal, Hook? I missed something. Oh, you were a Mormon? Just long underwear. I missed something. Ah, you hung out in the kitten tent. That must have been fun. Yeah, I'm on late. I'm surprised you're here, John. I'm on really late tonight. Things kept coming up. Yeah, on a manic Monday. Wish it was a Sunday. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Your boyfriend broke up with you. Let's see. Well, I'm so glad you had fun with kittens. Yeah, whole lot of shaking going on all the time. All the time, as there's going to be more. Well, not necessarily. Remember, we are in a major tornado place. But because I'm cool with the nature spirits, we're fine. That means, Dolly, where you are, get cool with the nature spirits. They'll protect you. They protect me. Yeah, that's the only thing. So long, Charlie. Who's Charlie? Oh, yeah. Get your hair and nails done and go out looking again. You know what? I'm single and I'm happy that way. It's a lot less complicated. Yeah. It's not, there's other people. You know what? It's like that is the least of my worries now. I know when you're young it's more important, but then later on you realize that's not that's not that important. You know, if the right, I would rather be alone than with the wrong one. Always, at any time. Yeah, celebrate. Obviously, that wasn't the right one. Leaves you free to go on and find the right one. Right, right, ladies. Leaves you to go on, find the right one, and have fun with somebody else. Yeah. Most of us, when things went south or broke up or we lost our partner for whatever reason, most of us just said, oh, okay then. Been there and done that. hmm Yeah. And then you have a chance of finding the right one. You'll be fine. Just realize that wasn't the right one. Yeah, and someday you'll celebrate. Now, Omfg found hers, and she's celebrating her 38th anniversary. Wow. Dolly is about to turn 61. She's just a kid compared to me. uh, mm-hmm. Yeah, you are. So, anyway, if I did something by turning off these towers, there was one main tower that I left on. I figured it was working. Maybe it was actually doing something. It seemed like it was doing so. I don't know. If they tell me I have to go turn that off, I'll go turn it off too. I don't even know how the hell I did this. I don't even know how the hell I turned anything on or off or anything. How did I do that? However, I'm not naive enough to think that I didn't do anything. Because it always turns out that, yeah, I did. I just don't know. Hope I didn't bring the 3 days of darkness. Hope that's not what I did. Sorry about that. Did I do that? But there's all kinds of things in the sky. When I did that, though, for just a few seconds, and then I thought, damn, maybe I better turn that back on. There was all this stuff in the sky that you could finally see because the clouds weren't there and the lights weren't on. This thing wasn't on. So it's like, what was all that stuff? I couldn't even make sense of what it all was. So, I don't know. Like I said, John, if you, I'll give you coordinates. Okay, you guys, here we go. Remote view. I don't even know where this place is. Remote view. I'm going to make some coordinates. Please take a look and tell me what you see because it's bothering me. I keep hearing the song, Ariel's way up high. You know that song, Ariel's? Who does that? Who does that song? Were they Ariel's? Ooh, a huge Black Hawk. Wow. Okay, I'm going to designate it D. Well, I don't have to make it a big number. D6. It started in June. D6 is the designation. If you want to take a remote view and tell me what you see, target D6. You are somewhat front-loaded. Then again, oh, you got rain till Friday. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Chloe. Oh, so you're going to get boiled instead of baked. Because you're going to get rain instead of dry heat. Yeah, D6. Destination D6. Bingo. Yeah, but D doesn't spell bingo. Hmm. You know what? Beaches all around you. I would love to be able to go to the beach. I don't have any very close. We have parks like crazy all over the place, but really no beaches to speak of around here. Not much. We have a few by the lake, maybe. Not really the same kind of beach. You see farming. Interesting. Wild water rapids. Yeah, please, if you are looking at the target destination, please put it in all caps like usual. Manufacturing coming back to the USA. Cool. Hmm. Dingo was his name instead of bingo. A stapler factory. A stapler factory. Okay. Wow. AI technology. That would make sense. Like I said, I cannot tell you where this place. I'm not sure what I was looking at or where I was looking at it. I wish I could. That's why I'm asking you to look at it. Ah, there's nothing. No, it's just Woo with a sock in his undies. You accidentally cracked your margaritas. Whoops. Oh, they're selling these new things. This is weird on Temu, and it looks like splayed lady lips is what they're selling. It's a prosthetic of some kind. Why anybody would want it, I don't know. But apparently it's something you wear. And it looks like great big old splayed lips like that. And I'm like, well, somebody found somebody wearing them at a gym and took a picture of somebody wearing it. It's like, what is going on there? Right? But they did make the funniest joke I ever heard. They said, ma'am, ma'am, said something like, Stevie Wonder could read those lips. But I'm like, why would you? I mean, is it the corollary of the rolled sock? You know? What were they what is that? What what would that be for? Hey, Beta, how you doing, honey? Beta's kitties. I got my kitty right here. Oh, some solar event lost our magnetic barriers, ozone gone. Huh, interesting. Interesting. Oh, thank you, Beta. I'll have to show you my little. The M does not stand for marijuana, though, guys. Come on. There's my baby. There's my. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I disturb you? I disturbed you a little too much. You thought you were going to roll right off the bed, didn't you? Yes, baby cake, my sweet boy. Purring his head off like usual. See, he's got two great big chocolate chips. Oh, he's got TR3Bs here. He's got these strange markings. Sometimes they turn into hearts. He is a sweet baby. He is. He's my furry little love barnacle. He likes to be right here, right by me when I'm doing a show. He loves to be right here because he knows that I'm going to reach over every now and then and rub him. I'm going to pet him. And he's going to get attention of all kinds. Chloe loves you. She's here, you know. He knows. I'm sure he knows. Yeah, he is a sweet kitty. Very purry. He is the purrmeister. So I appreciate you taking a look at that, by the way, and I'll keep it in mind. It has something to do with manufacturing and AI. Yeah, yeah, kind of. Dolly. Yeah, little furry little barnacle. That's what they become. They fall in love with you and then they become little furry love barnacles. And you cannot, they're always there watching you when you poop, right? Watching you when you eat, watching you when you watch something else. They're watching it with you. And sometimes they get upset that you're not paying attention to them and they'll get right in the middle of whatever you're doing and demand attention right now. How dare you not pay attention to me? Yes, yeah. They are. They're great though. I don't know how I'd do without them. It would have been COVID would have been very lonely. And it was kind of lonely actually. It was lonely as hell, really, because everybody was staying in and everybody was afraid of everything. It was just weird as heck. Mm. Oh, hi, Brianna. How you doing, honey? I remember you. Bite your hand or heel. See, they love you. It's funny because kitties give you love bites. Kitties they like it a little bit rough, right? They were a little bit rough with each other. Um, Good, how you doing? I am really doing fine. I wasn't doing so fine earlier. I hurt this arm really bad. It hurt like crazy and I couldn't lift it, but it's better now. Paul did some work on it and I have been putting comfrey cream on it. So it's better than it was Saturday night. It's a lot better. You put the cat flap on, but they still meow to go in and out. It figures. The Goodwill was packed during COVID. Wow. Oh, of course. That's the way kitties are. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that your grandma got hurt. That sucks. Yeah, they wake you at food o'clock in the morning, right? Oh, yeah, when they had the stimulus checks, it's like, time to go to the thrift shop. We can live like kings, right? Oh, well, I'm looking for a bread machine. They're expensive little suckers. I'm probably going to look in a thrift shop for one. Why not? Yeah, I'm glad to hear she's okay. Brianna is 8, right? 8 years old. And Grandma's 82. Wow, she's pretty old. Well, I hope she sticks around a long, long time and is healthy because she seems like a good grandma. Oh, they raised their prices. Gee, that sucks. Mm. So I look different again to myself. You see, this happens to me. I look in the camera and there'll come a point and I'll look at it and I'll go, is that me? It's a very Oracle from the Matrix thing to say, right? Remember how she said, sometimes I look in the mirror and I don't even recognize my own face? Well, I don't. Sometimes I look at me and I go, is that really me? Is that what I look like? I take pictures of myself. I don't know what my image of myself is always shifting. So, hmm. Oh, well, thank you, Hook. That's very sweet. So are you, love. Barzaki. I can't pronounce that. Okay, thank you, Brianna. It's always nice to see you, love. You're such a sweet girl. Your mommy must be very proud of you. This will go down on your permanent record. Okay. The wolf ears on my forehead. Wolf ears? I have wolf ears? Cool. Is that good? I hope it's good. I would think it's good. Um, in the Native American cards, a wolf is a teacher. Hmm. Between my eyes. Oh, are those called wolf ears? Yeah, I've got this strange feature between my eyebrows, right over my third eye. I never quite entirely figured out what that is. It's called wolf ears. Check to make sure I don't have lupus. Is that a sign of lupus? Your sister mother? Do I want to know what she did for fun? Foster mother. Oh, that's better. Thanks. Devil horns. I didn't type it. The AI did. The AI has a dirty mind. Can blame it on the AI. Blame it on autocorrect. Auto fuck up. Well, you got it. If you do something like that, I'm going to take advantage of that. I can't help but take a shot. It's wolf ears. It's what you called them in the 70s. Wolf ears. Do they really look like wolf ears? Let's look. I know that there are times when there'll be a red mark like a sucker bite right there. Maybe in a past life I was Hindu and had a red mark there. I don't know. But yeah, there'll be like a red mark, like a sucker mark right there, where at the top of that structure there. Wolf ears, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll take wolf ears. Now you got to check in a mirror. Now we're all checking in a mirror. Is it like we're looking on our palms to see if we have those M's on our hands, right? Everybody's going to probably have an M on there, because I know something about palmistry, okay? I used to do palmistry. Most people are going to find they have an M on their hand. And most people are going to have, but not all, are going to have the half moon or crescent moon on their palms, because that's the way, so many of us are. Actually, I could tell you something about, maybe someday I'll do a little palmistry and tell you about what I remember about that. Yeah, I kind of like the wolf ear idea. Lupus people get a butterfly rash. Yeah, that's right. I don't have a butterfly rash, so I don't have that. I do have a little bit of a slight rash here sometimes. And sometimes I get a little rosacea here. But I don't have that butterfly looking rash. But that's right, the butterfly rash. Well, gotta tell you, saw a video about bread. Careful. If you eat bread, I hardly eat bread anymore because I'm doing low carb. But I'm very careful because most of the bread bothers me. I found out why. Just as I suspected, most of our bread in this country, in the US, is not good for you. It's been tainted with all kinds of junk. Cool. Yeah, it's been very toxified. Oh yeah, I just had a baby. Didn't you hear about it? Alien baby, maybe. Yeah, it's not really food. It's just a food-like substance. And they were saying at the most toxic is Walmart, Target, Dollar Store, CVS, and I forget the other ones. But basically, all of the cheaper breads, all the cheap to middle of the road breads, almost all of them have crap in them. And you shouldn't be eating those. because they're just not good for you. Oh, Peachy. Pet that little girl. Yeah, and gluten's not that good. But you know what? This is what I did. I just thought I would try this. I found a bread product at Aldi's that was imported from France. And I thought, okay, here I get to try it. Some bread from a country that doesn't put all of the crap in it, right? Doesn't have, they're not allowed to have the glyphosate and all of the weird additives. We'll see what this bread does to me. Guess what? That bread does nothing to me. It's fine. It doesn't hurt me. It's like a chocolate-filled bread roll. Of course, it doesn't hurt that it's chocolate-filled. But I had found a good bread called Grains Almighty. It's gone. It was always gone when I get there. Like everybody was buying it up. Every time they had a sale, that stuff would disappear really fast. But now they got rid of it. And in its place, I'm seeing all this brownberry crap. Oh, yeah. Food in the bowl. Don't you know, I wrote a song about that. Mommy loves me, this I know, for the food bowl tells me so. Little kitties know what's good. Mom needs comfort, love, and food. Yes, Mommy loves me. Yes, Mommy loves me. Yes, Mommy loves me. The food bowl tells me so. Yeah, Subway bread is really not that great. Yeah. Her chicken Florentine. Oh, chicken Florentine. Cowboy loves his perpite. Chicken perpite. I just made another pot of chicken bone broth. And it's funny how people react. To me, it's just really good. It's very tasty, right? I don't have any problem. I just drink it. It's like, and I know it's good for me, but it tastes really good too. Oh, Miss Alice. Scritches to Alice. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I don't feed him anything like Fancy Feast or anything. He doesn't get that stuff. He gets Crave kibble, which is softer so he can chew it. Because he already told me that some of those brands are too hard for him. And Crave is mostly meat. I don't get any kickback for saying that. And then he gets his perpite, and he doesn't get commercial cat food, wet food anymore. He's fine with his perpite. So, yeah, he's happy with it. I'm happy with it. I feel better about giving it to him. It doesn't have as much crap in it. So, it's just meat. Oh, your son buys her food. I see. Well, I told you what I do. Me and him have a rotisserie chicken per week. We split it with, and then sometimes I give a couple of little teeny, tiny, tiny squashed flat bites to the fish. And he likes them. Flip, oh, by the way, Flip is doing fine. I'll have to make another video about Flip the fish. He's doing really fine. He's bubbling, which means he's happy. How do you get your yarn then? Does he get it for you? She wouldn't eat the perpite? Did you mix a little of her usual food in with it at first? He wouldn't eat it at first either. What I did was I mixed a little bit of his so it would smell familiar and taste familiar. And then gradually I started taking it out of the equation. Until now, he's eating it. I don't need to put any of the commercial food in it. And it's way cheaper than the commercial food. Actually, I just find it's just so much cheaper. I can go to Myers and pay $6.99 for already cooked chicken. I can make sandwiches. I can make a nice casserole. I can make his perpite. It's like, gosh, it's so economical, and they have hormone free. They're all pledged to be hormone free, so I'm like, oh heck, it's so easy to make him perpite. So, oh, she didn't like rotisserie chicken. You know what I do, and I think this is why he's crazy about it though, is I grind it up in the food processor really fine, and I mix a little bit of water with it, and it ends up like soft serve, like chicken flavored soft serve. And then I put it in the fridge. And so when it comes out, it's like chicken soft serve. And so it's like he's eating kitty cat ice cream. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. He goes over to the fridge and is like, Mom, I want the fridge food. He doesn't like it as well when it's first made, like when it's not cold yet. When I have it, because I put about, like when put it in the jar, I make about half of it water. And when it all grinds up, then I put it in the fridge and it all soaks into the chicken. It gets kind of a creamier texture. Okay. And then it gets nice and real cold. And then he just freaking loves it. I mean, he's like a kid with ice cream. But it's got to get real cold and soak up the water, and then he's really down with it. But he doesn't care much for it until it is cold, ice cold. They're like little kids. You got to find out what they'll eat. You got to figure it out. You got to try things. It's so funny. He's so funny though. Yeah, at first when I first tried to give it to him, he went, bleh. I said, I'm sorry, dude, but this is what you're supposed to be eating, so we're going to get you eating this. So I just mixed a little bit in with it, a little bit of his favorite Harmony food. And he's like, no, it smells okay. Yeah, it tastes kind of familiar. Oh, okay, I guess it's okay. But then after he got used to it, he's like, he'll take it straight now. He's fine. He just had to get used to it. Cats don't like changes. They like things to be routine. They want the same food. They're happy. You know what? It's like people think they need a different flavor all the time, and no, just find one that they really like and stick with it. They love that. They have absolutely no problem with eating the same thing that they like over and over and over and over again. Cats do not really care. and they don't like things to change much. If I change things around in a room, he's a little upset at first. He doesn't like me to move the stool that I got for him to get up on the bed. If it's in the wrong place, that's not good. And if something is up on the nightstand where he likes to preen and show off and get petted, he likes to stand there so he's on display so that I can see him and he gets lots of pets. But if anything else is on that stand, he doesn't like it. He has to knock it off of there. By the way, if y'all are chatting, somebody chat. I think my chat froze up again. Probably did. Doggone. Did the chat freeze up again? Oh, okay. So anyway, best thing I can say is whatever you can make from scratch, make it. Whatever you can get from a farmer, do that. Make sure that they have the practices that you want in their farming, of course, but I mean, some of them, you know, aren't much better, but oh, that's okay. Oh, okay, that's fine. You're just listening. I know it's got to be hard. Sometimes some of the stuff that I get, like if I want a big old ginger root and they're out of it everywhere, I go to a Chinese place. Now, this is another thing that really perplexes me, but I think it has to do with our food supply being so tainted. I can go to a restaurant like Royal Buffet or Ming Ching. They're both Chinese restaurants. I like Ming Ching because you get to see them make everything. So you know what they're putting in there. You can see them making it. And you can see that they're doing it right. It's really nice. But the Royal Buffet, they have all kinds of food. I can have anything there. I can have anything there that they have. I don't get sick. I feel good. I feel healthy. I don't get bloated. I don't get that overly full stomach feeling or anything. I can eat a metric ton of shrimp over there and I feel great. But if I try and get something out of the freezer case that's similar, like I love coconut shrimp. If I try and get coconut shrimp out of the freezer case and cook it, it makes me sick. Oh, I love beef broccoli. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. And both places don't use MSG, by the way. They don't use MSG. Ooh. Mm. Yeah, I kind of gave up on crab legs, so you know, they're a lot of work. But they used to be fun to eat. I used to have fun doing that. But they're messy and you can't find wild caught shrimp. That's weird. Boy, that's weird. Yeah, I know, it's weird. There's some places that you'd expect that you. Hmm. Now, there were parts of Florida that were great. I could pretty much live on fruit and seafood, which I would be fine with. I would be fine if most everything I had was fruit and seafood. I mean, every kind of shrimp, lobster, whatever, crab, even like, squid, calamari. I'll even get calamari. I like that stuff. And all kinds of fish. I would be fine. I was thinking of moving there just for that reason. Like, I was losing weight. I was feeling pretty good too while I was down there. I was down there because my grandmother was sick. Yeah, I could do that. hmm Fruit and seafood mostly would be fine with me. I wouldn't have an issue with it. But I couldn't stay, alas. And you know what? I think sometimes, well, heck, like I said, I can go. How can I go to the Chinese place and eat anything and nothing makes me sick? But I go to a regular restaurant and everything. Like if I go to the Golden Corral, somebody took me to the Golden Corral once. Everything made me sick. Everything. It's horrible. hmm Deport me back to Hawaii. Yeah, you'd go for that, right? Oh, carry me back to Hawaii. Just not Oprah's Hawaii. Oh, carry me back to old Hawaii. Because if that's what Hawaii's like, mostly fish and fruit, hey, I could go for that. Maybe I'll join you, sister. Yeah. One of these days, I'll get so rich that I'll buy an island with a lot of good seafood, just for the taking, right? Oh, yeah, I love coconuts. And I use, you know what, in my cooking, I love coconut oil. Just, it has just a very faint coconut, you know, but I like it. And so I cook a lot of times with coconut oil. I put it in my coffee sometimes. It's one of my favorite oils. Um, but I get only the organic kind because it's the only safe kind. You know what? We got blackberries in now, organic blackberries. Oh, yummy. Of course, they're not from here, they're from somewhere else, but still, I love blackberries, and we got watermelon. hmm hmm Oh dear. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you know, I'm going to get a bread machine and make my own bread, I think. I'm going to get a bread machine, make my own bread, and see if that helps me. Because I get tired of not having bread. I don't know if there are GMO coconuts. It's one thing. Or pineapple. Are there? I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I just know our flour in this country sucks. But, see, if I had my own bread maker, I could maybe get some imported flour somewhere. hmm Well, it's true. You can make quick bread without a machine. I hate baking. I hate it. And I hate putting my hands in flour. Absolutely hate the feel of it. I do not want to have anything. I do not want to put my hands in the flour batter or anything. Nothing. That's why I want a bread machine. I just throw everything in there and let the machine handle it. Otherwise, I'd probably be baking stuff, but I hate that feeling. And because I used to help my mom, and I hated it. She made really good food, though. She made homemade noodles for the chicken broth, and they were so good. They're like, if you've ever been to Bob Evans and you got the chicken and dumplings, my mother didn't call those dumplings, she just called those egg noodles. They were these great big fat egg noodles. She'd make them by hand, and I would help her with that. Bogo flour. You got to get bogo flour. Gluten, yeah. I thought I couldn't handle gluten, but you know what? I ate this freaking French bread stuff. I didn't have any problem. So weird. Seems that in my case, it's more important that it's organic. Gluten, it can have some gluten in it. If it's organic, it doesn't bother me. If it has a little gluten, it's no. I got so mad because the bread that they're trying to replace my favorite bread with has extra gluten in it, and it's from Brownberry. I'm like, no, you think I'm going to buy this because it's in the spot where that was, and you got it on sale now. It's like, you think I'm going to buy this shit? No, I'm not. Because there is no reason you need to put extra gluten in your bread. It's supposed to be a healthy bread. There is no reason you should be putting extra gluten in that bread. Oh, cool. Quick breads. Okay. I got mad. They're getting rid of some of my favorite stuff. Like, I like sardines. And actually, sardines are really good for you. They have a lot of nutrition in them. I mean, they're really good for you. And you can like eat like one sardine a day and get all the nutrition, out of there. But most people don't eat them anymore. They don't eat organ meat. They don't eat the liver. I love chicken liver made right. I love beef liver made right. I just, sometimes my mouth just waters thinking of liver. I like it just barely cooked, just cooked enough that it's not pink on the inside. Any more than that, and it's bad. But sometimes, in fact, I'll eat it a little pink. I love liver. Yeah, we really need decent flour in this country. That's what we need. Okay, let's intend it that somehow it's going to be easy to get non-polluted flour. Maybe it'll show up in like an Aldi's or something, right? I know some people can't handle the thought of liver. They can't handle liver. But I grew up with organ meat. My parents made it. They were older. My mom was from the South. Mom's side was from the South. They ate organ meat. Ooh. Because you wouldn't eat liver? See, I would. I was a weird kid. I would eat the chicken hearts too. My mother would always make, because it was so cheap back then, it was about the cheapest meat you could get. You get a whole, like one of those little round packages of, like they put cottage cheese or something in. About that size. It was very cheap. She'd get chicken hearts. And she made a very, no pun intended, hearty broth with that. Hearty chicken broth. And then she would put those wonderful noodles in there. Oh, the homemade noodles. They were so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So I'd be sitting there eating chicken hearts. And when I tell the other kids, yeah, come for lunch. My mom's making chicken soup with egg noodles. And they come over and they'd see the hearts floating around in there. Like, ew. They're good. What's wrong with you? They get all hitched up on that, just stuck on that. And it's like, oh dear. Yeah, so I'd sit there, and if sometimes she would just give me, she didn't have the noodles made, but you'd get so many chicken hearts that she'd just give me a little bowl of chicken hearts that were cooked in the broth to just eat. Here, honey, just eat some chicken hearts. And I would sit and watch TV and eat chicken hearts. And I wrote a story when I was a kid about the giant chicken heart. The giant chicken heart that came to punish bad kids. Yes. That, huh? Yeah, in the 70s. Now, they want to kill our pets too. They want you to have to take your pet to the vet, and they want them to expire too fast. It's horrible. Yeah. Well, this has got to be turned around. This boat has got to be turned around. Because if it doesn't get turned around, that's why I was so glad to see RFK come back, ganging up with Trump there. Because remember, I kept telling you guys, no one person is going to be able to turn this. Well, he got himself a posse. That's what you need. And even with the posse, it's turning out to be really hard. Even with all these people that he's got, and very smart people, very capable people, it's still turning out to be really hard to turn this ship around. Although we've made some headway. But really, if they were to keep going, they'd be going right off the edge. By the way, I was working with resin and I found a way to make this like fake dragon skin effect. Look at that. What do you think of that? Isn't that cool looking? There's the other side, what it looks like. It's even pliable. I'm going to make more of it. I'm doing all kinds of weird things. By the way, does anybody want to try out a Zestulite? If it's for you, you'll react to it like right away. If it's not for you, it won't do anything. It'll just be a real pretty stone. But if it's for you, it makes your head do this. It's really cool. I'm getting some. I'm going to probably be selling some of it off. I'm going to be selling some of it off. So I've got some beautiful azestolite I'm going to be making necklaces and stuff with. It's a cut stone and it's faceted and it's very, very shiny. I mean, it just sparkles. It's lovely. See, do I have that still in here? Well, this is a piece of azestolite. As you see, it looks just like a piece of ice. It's very sparkly, reflects the light really, really well. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at how the light, wow. Wow, look at that. The stone just turns white in my hand. It's like it's lit up. Look at that. It's like it lit right up. Wow. It doesn't look like that with my eyes, but it looks like that on camera. I turn it like that and it looks like it's just glowing. But it's very clear and very sparkly. And somehow the way it refracts light is really, really special. Now, if I turn it this way, I can kind of get lost in it. It's very sparkly. I need a crystal ball made out of this. Yeah, it's a type of quartz, but it's a very, very sparkly type of quartz. Oh no, here I go again. I'm looking into it and I'm beginning to go somewhere. The azestolite always sends me somewhere. It's like I start to go. I better watch it. Better put it down or I'll just drift off and you guys won't see me for a while. It's great stuff though. I love it. It's my favorite new thing. What did I put in here? Oh yeah. Somebody gave me a ring collection. I found 2 of them that were gold. So I'll show you the rings that they gave me. This one's kind of cool. This is costume, of course, costume jewelry. I really like this one. Ah, what song? It kind of looks like a flower. And then this one just has a white stone, plain white. It's not real though, it's plastic stone. I'm sure that those are all plastic. This one is probably plastic too. Oops. Uh-oh. They're all nice big honking rings, but the ones that are not plastic I just dropped on the floor. And those are the ones that I wanted to actually show you. And they just fell. Oh yeah, this is an excuse for you to get some petting, huh? He says, well, yeah, Mom, of course, I'm right here. While you're looking at things, you might as well pet me. Oh, well, they're down there somewhere. I'm going to have to find them later. 10 karat gold, is that worth much? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Doggone, now I'm sorry I showed it to you because they're just on the floor down there somewhere. Anyway, this is the azestulite. What was I going to show you? I was going to show you smoky. I have a piece, and this is something unusual. Smoky amethyst. I haven't found it anywhere else, but it's smoky amethyst. It's a combination of smoky quartz and amethyst. How unique. It's kind of a funky color, though. You can see it's very definitely got the gray of the smoky. How cool is that? That's a real old one. I just think it's really neat. I haven't found it anywhere else, though. Melavonics. I have had some of that from time to time. I don't know what the heck happened. The neighbor sold me some black spinel, and then she started wanting her black spinel. I think she stole the black spinel back again at some point when she was over. Oh, she was a piece of, you know what. She's in spirit now, though. I'm sure she got to see all of her deeds. I'm sure they were all presented to her. So, okay, I am getting to the point where I'm been on for nearly 2 hours, and it's about to be, isn't it, Dolly, isn't it your birthday now? We're going to sing happy birthday to Dolly. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dolly. Happy birthday to you. Where is Scotty? He should spank you. You should get a spanking from Scotty. Okay. Yeah, I love you guys, but I'm feeling like I gotta get horizontal again. Maybe I need to meditate with that azestulite. Maybe it's got something to say. Okay. Yeah, I love you. What? The nurses at the heart attack grill? Okay. Tell Scotty I'm going to spank him because he wasn't here. He's going to get it now. Should really threaten that he won't get it. Okay. I love you guys, remember. Truth is where you find it. I hope you're always finding some here. And I love you. And I miss you when I'm not with you. So does Cowboy. And you are divine. You are creating the next reality. So dream up some really cool stuff. And let's get the party started. Okay. And Dolly, have a wonderful birthday. Maybe the next time I come on, I'll be doing a little music or something. I don't know. We'll have a little party for the holiday or something. Depends. Way over 375 you get to eat for free? Really? Okay. But that's the heart attack grill? I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm just asking. Okay. Well, if I get to eat meat, probably. If I were to be eating something like shrimp, like coconut shrimp and boiled shrimp and steamed shrimp and blah, 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 like seafood like I do over at Royal Buffet, I could probably eat like 2 pounds of it. Easily 2 or 3 pounds of just seafood. I did that one time. I stuffed myself with so much. I couldn't even believe it. I had a plate of seafood and I had another plate. I had a third plate. I still didn't feel full. I didn't feel like overly full or everything. It's just I ate and ate and ate, and I think I ended up having five plates of shrimp and stuff. And I'm like, how in the hell did I eat? And you know what? The next day I felt fine. I didn't feel bloated or anything. I felt great. I'm like, oh, that was good. Well, it was almost all protein. I mean, almost pure protein, right? I couldn't believe it. Okay. So anyway, I'm taking off. I'm gonna dream of going and eating a metric ton of seafood. And yeah, it didn't seem to make any difference for my diet either. I still lost some weight. It's great. Yeah, it does. It makes life easier. And the intermittent fasting, I just don't eat anything. And I haven't been cheating on the carnivore, or well, I've been cheating a little on the carnivore keto, but I have not been cheating on the fasting. So I have been doing my intermittent fasting. Probably part of the reason I'm dizzy sometimes, it's probably getting rid of things that need to go. Yeah, and you're not hungry. Yeah, that's the thing about the carnivore diet. You don't get the cravings, and you don't have to go hungry, hungry, hungry. Yeah. It's true. It's just easier. People can say what they want. It's just easier. Mm-hmm. Right? This guy here is on the carnivore diet, aren't you? He says, yeah, Mom, it's just easier. And look how handsome I look. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you Wednesday. If not before, I might try and get on before. Take care of yourself.